Hello YouTube, Scamp the Wolf here, back with another video for your viewing pleasure. And in this video, we're going to go over the top 5 best movies of the year 2024. Um, there's still like one that I haven't seen yet, and that's that I'm planning to see. That's Mufasa: The Lion King. That should be coming at any time. Like, I'm planning on seeing that later, but I assume it probably won't make my top 5 best. I already have a lot of good ones picked out, so there you go. But very quickly, I'm gonna do one that's actually like not the best of the year. It's like the weakest movie I saw this year, and that is Moana 2. Of course, I saw that with my day program, which I wasn't like dragged. I mean, I wasn't willingly like paying to see it. I would just um I saw it with other people, and it was a fun experience and all that stuff. But thing is, it's a good movie. It's definitely like good for like families and stuff like that. But it's just like very like mediocre. It doesn't leave a lot to the memory, I think, and it's just kind of like standard. Um, and it's just kind of a plot that is pretty solid, but it's stretched out with a lot of musical numbers which aren't very memorable. There's a couple good ones, and the animation's good. Some characters are good, but it just didn't like impact me as much as a lot of other movies, which we are going to get to right now. Number 5, Furiosa: Mad Max Saga. This one got very like this one didn't do well at the box office. Um, so, and I could see why. It's not like Mad Max Fury Road. When that one came out, that one definitely got a lot of attention because it was such a good movie at the time, and a lot of people were impressed by it. It got a lot of awards, surprisingly enough, and all of that, and it's regarded as one of the best action films of all time. So this one was harder to market. It's kind of like a spin-off film, kind of like what people are saying Mufasa the Lion King is, obviously. But this one's about Furiosa, which was a character in the previous one, and I do like the action in it. The action is very good, visuals are very good. Um, Definitely like not as hard of a sit as one would like to believe, but yeah, I just found it very good. The acting was very good, of course, and yeah, it's a good backstory. Like Furiosa has like good motivations and stuff like that. There's not a lot of stuff that I like vividly remember from it. I just remember it being very, very good. So there was that. Number 4, we got Kung Fu Panda 4. Sorry about that. And yeah, this is a worthy sequel. It came out 8 years after um Kung Fu Panda 3, which I didn't see. I will admit I did not see that one, but Kung Fu Panda 4 I definitely did see, and I definitely did enjoy it. Probably more than some people, but at the same time, like, I'm not completely blown away by it. I do think it's a very good film. I think Jen, whatever her name is definitely a great character. Um, Contrary to what a lot of people think about Aquafina being a voice actor, being overrated and stuff like that, I think she did a very good job here. And of course Jack Black did a good job as his character Poe, who's been like in for obviously the main character, and other characters are good too. I thought it was a very simple sit, like like very good like animations and stuff like that. Like, and it's just fun, like it's not overly like mass market for like produced like to like younger kids or anything. I think there's some things that adults could find enjoyable out of it too. It's not just a focus group. We got to do this. We got to do what kids movies do a lot. It's just, like good action styles good. Maybe I don't think this would be as highly regarded as the first one, but definitely don't pass up on this movie for that reason, it's definitely a lot better than a lot of people would be willing to give it credit for. Definitely. And I want to see more of this new character. I want to see what happens in this franchise now. I feel like she is a really good character, and maybe it's just because I like animal characters a lot, but like I don't know. I mean, it's kind of weird to explain, but like yeah, I just want to see if we get Kung Fu Panda 5, which will probably be maybe a decade from now. I don't even know. Um, Maybe that'll happen. Who knows? Um, Number three, we got Civil War. This was a very interesting film for sure. Very poignant in terms of like the political landscape of this year, obviously, with some things happening. Like, of course, I wasn't really paying attention to that. I wasn't really like, didn't have an opinion one way or another about that necessarily, but this is a very like harrowing kind of a scenario for sure. Um, where like it's like the president and stuff like, and they're trying to interview him. There's like news journalists trying to interview the president before like he gets hit or something like that or something. I can't like recall the exact plot off the top of my head, but like it was very interesting to watch like these characters like and how they're like and how they gel with each other, like how their journey is from like one part of the world to like another part, like from where they are now to going to Washington D.C. of course, and it's like a lot of political unrest, a lot of violence in the streets and stuff like that, and it's very interesting. Script is also very interesting. Characters are interesting, and yeah, it's, whether what no matter what political side you're on, I think you'll find a lot of very entertaining qualities about this movie. It's very solid for sure, and yeah, I think Kirsten Dunst has a good performance in this. The other actors as well are good. Um, and yeah, this is from the guy who did Ex Machina, however you say that, and Annihilation, and he did a good job here with this one too. So definitely, um, yeah, definitely, this is a good addition to his like filmography, and yeah, pretty good. Number two, we get the silver medal movie of the year. We get Deadpool and Wolverine at number two. This is just a great movie in general. Like, and it didn't have to be like this silly in order for it to be good, but like this is just like this is just like a landmark event, basically. Like Deadpool and Wolverine coming together to make what is arguably probably the best MCU movie this decade. Talking from 2020 to onward, this and Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 would go really hand in hand as like two of the best of the decade. The two best of the decade. Yeah, even better than Spider-Man No Way Home, which I also thought was pretty good. And I saw it twice because there was a re-release of that film, which I saw at Screen X on the day when it was like $5 for a movie or something. So there's that. But Deadpool and Wolverine, the case is this is different for the MCU. There's a lot of violence in it. There's a lot of like innuendos and stuff like that, and you know they really do a good job with like making it funny, making it dark, but also like just having the chemistry between the two actors, Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman, and there's a lot of funny like callbacks to certain films in it. There's a lot of like very funny dialogue between them. It's very raunchy stuff, but this is raunchy that's done right. You know, like I want to see MCU do more films that are like this, not just like with Brave New World or whatever that Captain America movie that's coming out in a couple months is called, or Thunderbolts, which I'm pretty sure will probably be very similar to like what MCU's been doing recently. But like, I want to see more films like Deadpool and Wolverine where they try some things. Like, and the script doesn't have to be perfect, but like, you know, yeah, this could be like, this is a good benchmark that the MCU doesn't have to be the same thing every time. You know, like, doesn't have to be like an Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantumania, Thor: Love and Thunder kind of movie machine where they just make the same films over and over again with underwhelming CGI, underwhelming humor, and all that. This is a funny movie, and like it's good to see them do something like this again. So good to see it fresh again. Like, yeah, maybe even fresher than Avengers Endgame, which, of course, like, they're kind of two different movies, two different cycles, but this is really good stuff. So definitely, this will be high on a lot of people's lists. So Deadpool, Wolverine, and now another movie that will be high on a lot of people's lists, and my number one pick for the best film of the year. We got The Wild Robot. Definitely a fantastic film. This broke me. This broke me. I don't like get emotional towards a lot of movies and stuff like that, like as much. Like there's definitely emotion there, but like I don't like cry over like a lot of stuff. This one, you could see it in the post theater reaction I did. I looked like I was like very shaken up like in that video like I did because like it just really impacted me that much. Like because it is such a beautiful like artistic expression in and it's so new, invigorating, and like it has a lot of very emotive characters, very like likable characters for sure. And yeah, it's just a masterpiece. I wasn't really expecting it to be this good, but like it kind of led me to think that it would be because the first trailer at least showed off some of its like very artistic style, and then we get this like Tyrus Wong, like Hayao Miyazaki like influence kind of thing, and we get like stuff that's like Wally meets Fox and the Hound meets Bambi meets like Transformers kind of thing, and it's new, and the setting is like new. The plot itself like not really all that new, like and like the third act is kind of like typical movie cliche kind of stuff, but like it is so effective. Like especially like when it does get to the third act and it does get to the resolution, like at the end, it is just very captivating and the visuals are so good. The animation style is so unique. I cannot say enough good about Pedro Pascal as Fink. He is a very good performance like in this movie. Probably one of the best I've seen in the voice acting field in a number of years. Like probably in this decade, he's probably one of the best for sure. And uh, one of those the Roz the robot is also pretty good, and Bright Bill's also good. And like I love all these characters. Like even people like Mark Hamill coming into it with some very good like dialogue. Even like a lot of stuff. This is Chris Sanders' best movie for sure. Like better than How to Train Your Dragon for sure. Definitely better than Lilo and Stitch for sure. Um, you might not know, like I have some controversial opinions about Lilo and Stitch, but like, definitely better than that. And this is like perfection. This is like the film that is gonna get him so much acclaim, and I really hope it wins Best Animated Feature for sure. Should have got nominated for Best Picture in any awards circuit. Like any award, like as a Best Picture. This should be Best Picture like quality, but like it probably won't. But which just goes to show like Oscars don't really care about animation as much. Like which is why they like put it in like one thing, and like they just say Disney, Pixar, like and stuff like that. Like yeah, this film is amazing. Like one of the best films of the decade so far, in my opinion, and definitely one of the best animated films of the decade, and definitely the best film of this year, 2024. Definitely go check this out if you haven't already. Support good animated movies, people. Do it. This video is telling you to do it. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. What did you think of this list? Leave it in the comment section down below. Leave your list if you have a list. Like, leave your favorite what is your favorite, what's your least favorite, all that kind of stuff. Definitely do that in the comment section down below. This is Scamper Wolf signing out. Take care.